Hello, my diamond heads. I hope that y'all had a good Labor Day weekend, 3 day Labor Day weekend. I hope y'all had a good Labor Day weekend. Anyways, welcome to In the Zone podcast. I'm your host Diamond Zone, and again, I hope that y'all had a good Labor Day weekend. Going to do the same old. Wait for everyone to come in, and yada yada yada, and whatnot and whatnot. Uh, let's see, stats chat. So I have updated my. If you haven't seen my Instagram, I did update the stream. I did update the chat. So this is y'all's last time. This is y'all's last time. Like I said, if things go okay, I'm going to keep it how it is. But if it's not, I'm going to adjust it how it was longer. So don't test me. Anywho, just gonna check a few things on here real quick. Oh yeah, just gonna. All right, all right. Now let's get this show on the road. If anything, if anything, I'm probably gonna close out at 9:15, a lot earlier. So we'll see. We'll see. But that's besides the point. I didn't know I can do that. What? Here, gonna. What there? Alright, now let's get into the nitty gritty of it. Let's get into the nitty gritty of it all. So today's topic is social media. Now, I'm not talking about any specific thing in social media. I'm just going to talk the whole general when it comes to social media. My likes, dislikes, concerns, and whatnot, all that, yada yada yada. Anywho, and I know I've been gone for a long time, so yeah. Like before I get into the, I'm just before I get into the topic today, I'm just gonna say that if you're going like, I'm the one. I also promote mental health, so I'm just gonna say this real quick. If you need to have a mental health day or a mental health week, by all means, have a mental health week. Um, boo. Give me one moment. As I was saying, if you need to take a mental health day from anything, but you should take a mental health day when it comes to anything. If especially if you're not feeling it, especially if you're not like feeling like you're in the right, if you're not in the right mental state, by all means, you should always take a mental health break, especially when you're overwhelmed and whatnot. That's what I do. That's what I do when it comes to my podcast. Because one, this podcast is more of a hobby than a career. This is more of a hobby than a career, and this is more of advice and talking about pop culture stuff. So this is not much of a career type of thing. Now, if I do get a lot of subscribers, if I do get a lot of subscribers, um, that's a good thing. If I get a lot of subscribers and like genuinely like my content, that's a good thing. I know I'm doing something right there. I know it's not going to come by fast. I know I'm not going to get followers fast. But regardless, like I know I'm doing something right. By giving, I know I'm doing something right personally when I'm giving advice about uh, when I'm giving my experience when it comes to autism and ADHD, and when I talk about my pop culture stuff, my views on some pop culture stuff. And pull this up one more time. Anyways, anyways, with that being said, I know I have talked and rambled on. All right, so I know I have talked and rambled on a lot. So let's get on to the show again. Today's topic is today's topic is social media. I don't know why I had a brain fart there. I don't know why I had a brain freeze or brain fart. I don't know. But yeah, today's topic is social media. Like I said, I'm not gonna be nitpicking about which social media I prefer. I'm just gonna, well, I can talk about that. I'm also going to be talking about, like, currently I'm going to be talking about, like, what I like about it, what I dislike about it as a whole, what I like about social media, what I dislike about social media, and yada yada yada. And then after I say that, I'll say, like, which social media I prefer and which one I don't prefer and which one I dread. So alright, so in general, social media is used as a good thing and a bad thing. Obviously, a good thing like advice and whatnot, like advice on like onto like when it comes to mental health, when it comes to physical health, advice on how you can improve on stuff. And if you're thinking about and want to do gardening, there'll be that as well. Um, lots of stuff. There's a lot of good stuff, and at the same time, there's a lot of bad stuff like generalizing a group of people, name calling, bashing, bigoted stuff, you name it. Dang, there's something stuck in my throat. Anyways, but yeah, there's a lot of good and bad things when it comes to social media. For me, I try to steer away from the bad parts of social media, but I know that it is getting out of hand and it is driving away and it is like, eating at my mental health. So I'm just like, wow, all right. Now there'll be now eventually now is eventually where I'm gonna delete. Well, I already have deleted some of my social media that I barely used. So those are the ones I. So the ones I barely used, I already deleted it. It's taking up a lot of space. I'm just like, I'm not going to use it. I'm not using it often. I'm not active on here often, so might as well delete it. I don't know why I got in the first place, so I'm just going to delete it. And then there's others like Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok that I use on a almost on a daily basis. Facebook with my own personal stuff, Instagram with my podcast and my Taekwondo stuff, and then my TikTok with my random stuff. Um, yeah, and then there's also YouTube where I post my podcast stuff on there. So basically, I have Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. And Twitter, but I'm not going to get into that. I'm not going to get into that. I'm not going to get into Twitter. Anyways, I really don't care if it's called X at this point. I really don't care if it's called X. I'm still going to call it Twitter. I'm still going to call it Twitter because it's been called Twitter for a good amount of time. So yeah, I ain't going to call it X. I'm going to call it Twitter. Anyways, ooh, I think I just. All right, I went to. All right, all right, I think. All right, never mind. I'm gonna try this out on my own time. I'm going to try something out on my own time. I'm not gonna derail. I'm not going to derail and try to figure something out right now because I'm going to derail. Yeah. Derailing is part of ADHD. Derail like getting off topic when the topic is important is a part of having ADHD. So I'm trying to be I try to have self control when it comes to that. So bear with me on that. So please bear with me on that. So yeah. But anyways, yeah. So Anyways, again, I said my opinion when it comes to social media as a whole, the good and the bad. Yeah, the good and the bad. If anything, when it comes to ugly, I rather not get into. I'm not going to get into that because I haven't seen the ugly part yet. If that makes any sense, I've seen the good part and the bad part. Again, the good part is getting the good part, getting advice, a good entertainment, whatnot. The bad part is a lot of people are going to be bigoted. A lot of people are going to blame people for simply existing and whatnot. Yeah. Again, good and bad. There's good and bad in everything. So yeah. I never got to the ugly part. I'm not sure if there's an ugly part to social media per se. I think there is, but I think there is, but I just haven't seen it yet. So it's a huge possibility. So nonetheless, um, I know that there's a good and bad part of social media, but I just don't know the ugly part. I don't know. Maybe the ugly part is. Well, yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I have no clue. I have no clue. And also add into the good part, education stuff, not just advice stuff, but also educational stuff. Like, for example, I'm following this one creator on TikTok that talks about facts of animals. I'm just like, ooh, I didn't know that. I didn't know this animal existed. I didn't know this animal does that. Like stuff like that. And that's always the interesting part. Like there's a lot of things I don't know, and I'm just like, ooh, I want to know. I want to know the interesting things about stuff that's common or uncommon. So now, so yeah, that's good and bad part. That's the good and bad parts of social media. But nonetheless, um, now now I'm going into which social media I like, dislike, and prefer not to go to anymore. Dang, they should really give me some water now. But anyways, that's besides the point. Social medias I like. Social medias I like are Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Those are the three. Those are the three social medias I like because when it comes to Facebook, you're mostly following your friends and family and the community that you're in. YouTube, you're looking up like you're watching videos on like they're watching like entertainment videos. You're watching um, educational videos that school doesn't teach. You're also gonna be looking at. You can also look up like how to videos and DIYs. That's the stuff I really like is like how to videos and DIYs, especially when it comes to drawing. Like if you don't know yet, I'm not sure if I have said this. I like to draw. I like to draw and I like to play trumpet. So when it comes to drawing, hands are something that I'm not familiar with. So there'll be times where I have to go to YouTube and like see how to like draw it. And then Instagram has that as well. Like I've seen a lot of Instagram posts like giving direction on how to draw it. So yeah, those are the three. Those are. Anyways, anyways, those are the three. Those are the three social medias that I personally like, and now the ones I really don't like personally. One of them I don't like personally is TikTok. Um, let's see. One of them is TikTok. Yeah, I don't like TikTok so much. Only because there's a lot of negative people on TikTok spewing their own hate and bigoted ideologies and whatnot. I'm just like, I ain't there for this. I ain't here for that. So I usually like press and hold, not interested. And then a couple scrolls later, there's still going to be people that be toxic. I'm just going to be on repeat. I'm just like, yeah, I'm starting to regret downloading this stupid app, because that's what it is. A lot of times on my FYP, for some reason it is more toxic. There's more toxic people on my FYP. I'm just like, I ain't trying to get this. I ain't trying to watch all this. I'm working on my mental health here. I don't want to see all this. I'm going to be on my I'm going to be I'm going to be unhinged. Eventually I'm going to be unhinged. I'm be like, I don't want to see no controversial type of stuff. Like if you want to be confrontational, if you want to be confrontational, that's a you thing. That ain't me. Don't 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 do that around me. I'm protecting my personal bubble. Don't be controversial. Don't have controversial stuff where it is iffy type of thing, or if it or when it's like you're wrong for that. Like I don't want I don't want to be around that. I don't want to be around that. I don't want to be around that. Don't bring me don't bring me down to that level. Don't stoop me down to that level. I'm trying to block. I'm trying to block, scroll, block, scroll, block, and then ooh, finally something funny. I swear that app is bunch of it. That app is bunch of it. Is bring out the worst in me, and I'm thinking about deleting it. I don't know yet. I don't know yet. That's something that it's something I've been thinking about. I'm not completely sure yet. So I'm not completely sure yet. And another app that I really don't like personally is Kick. I got into Kick around 2018, 2019, around that area, and quite frankly, it's a lot of adult stuff on there. Kick has a lot of adult stuff on there, and quite frankly, I honestly don't remember why I downloaded Kick in the first place. I honestly don't remember why I downloaded Kick in the first place. So for me, it's boring. For me, Kick is boring. Not unless it does have. My voice cracked again. I hate my voice crack so much. Get my voice stop cracking. That's all I'm asking. Get my voice stop cracking so dang much. Anyways, anyways, yeah. Even though it does have a good community based type of thing, it also has a lot of adult stuff on there. And from like when I was younger, I used to um I used to like go into that, and now I just like looking back, I'm just like, why did I do that? I know I was young, but it was really unnecessary for me to be in that area. So I don't know why I did that. Me personally, I don't know why I did that. I don't remember why I did it, to be honest. But yeah, I yeah I I danced around that area. Now I'm just like I regret it. I regret it in a way, and I'm glad that I have got that out. I'm glad that I'm glad that I have deleted that app, because I'm in general I wasn't active on there anyways, so there's no need for me to keep it up. There's no reason for me to have that app if I'm not going to be constantly active on it, or as active as I am on TikTok or Facebook or Instagram. So that's just me. And then the apps I really don't like, and the social medias I really don't like. Let me see. First, let me see. First, let me see what social media apps I have. Like I said, I have Facebook. I have Facebook, TikTok, Discord, Instagram, and WhatsApp right now. Yeah. So like I said, Facebook, YouTube, like I said, Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram are the ones I prefer. The ones I hate are TikTok and Kick. The ones I really don't like, and it's not the rest. It's not Discord or WhatsApp. I like those apps are okay. Those apps are those apps are okay. Um, yeah, um, yeah, yeah. I don't have social media that I completely dislike. Like I said, aside from TikTok, which I dislike, like I have a hard dislike for it. At the same time, just like like at the same time, just like I also enjoy it as well when it pushes out the right content that I want to see. So it's not the one that I truly dislike, and I really don't have a one I truly dislike. So yeah, and like I said, I do have X, I do have Twitter, but I am really not going to get into that. I'm not going to touch into that. Um, and then like I said, Discord and WhatsApp, those two are okay. Those two are okay. If I like these are like Discord and WhatsApp are social media for people that have a huge friend group. That's what it feels like. That's what it feels like. Discord and WhatsApp feels like that it is a social media for people with huge friend groups or person in that's working with a bunch of people. Then and they all have WhatsApp or Discord and they all talk about business stuff or whatever. And at the same time, I'm not on Discord or WhatsApp constantly, but I do keep track. I do keep track of the group chats I'm in. I know in WhatsApp I am in a pickleball group chat in my area, so I keep track of that. I keep track of which courts are open. If there's going to be any events coming up, that's the stuff I keep track with. And of course, I don't text on there because I don't know why. My I have no clue why I don't message people. I don't message on there on a constant basis. But that's just a me thing. I have no clue. That's just a me thing. Those are like my views when it comes to social media as a whole and which ones I like, I prefer, I prefer, that I like, what I dislike, what I'm just like okay about. But overall, do I think that social media should be? Do I think that social media should be banned? Yes and no. I think that social media should be monitored in a way where toxic people aren't like don't have a platform anymore. People that hate people that hate people for no reason and just getting the views out of hate, they shouldn't have social media, and they're ruining it for the ones that are on social media for the fun of it. Like I said, people like that they really don't need social media because like I said, toxic people are going to spread toxicity. Um, Toxic people are going to. Voice crack again. I'm tired of this voice crack. Please stop with this voice crack. Anyways, anyways, toxic people are going to be toxic no matter what. So that's something I'm just like okay. I'm just like I'm going to keep myself away from them. What I don't want is to see toxic people having social media spreading their hate for no reason, just for clout, and just egging on other people, trying to get a reaction. I'm just like, you're making social media bad. You're one of the people that I think I need voice surgery. My voice keeps on cracking. I don't know why. This is annoying. This is the fourth time that's happened. Anyways, anyways, again, toxic people shouldn't have social media. Again, they're ruining it. They're ruining the fun. They're ruining the fun of it. If that makes any sense, they're ruining the fun of social media. Where it's supposed to be fun, educational, and a sense of community. They're putting out toxic waste, not the candy, not the sewage, not the physical sewage, the the mental and spiritual sewage. They're spewing that out on social media, and then they're contaminating other people, and spreading hate by that. I'm just like, yeah, you're ruining social media for everyone, and the creators and the people I follow that are happy go lucky people and don't spread hate. Now you poison their mind. You poison their mind and spirit to be hateful and vengeful and whatnot. You ruined that. You ruined them, and you're ruining social media. Toxic people. Toxic people are ruining social media. That's why. That's the main reason why I don't like it. I don't like it so much is because of that. Toxic people, toxic waste, toxic spirit, toxic energy, and they spraying out that toxicity towards other people, and it is annoying. And then it's going to be a point where I'm going to fall into it, and I have multiple times. Not going to lie, I have multiple times, and I distance myself from it every time, and I go back in and try to and do my best to either ignore it or yeah, do my best to ignore it. Get rid of the videos that has that, and that's it. So yeah, that is me. That is me. I do not want people in my bubble who are going to be toxic. And that is something that I and like I said is and I have done this before on my chat. If you remember, toxic people came onto my chat, spew out hate, and I am not having it. I'm not having it. I'm never gonna have it. I ain't gonna entertain them. I'm just like, what? No, you're done. You're done. I ain't going. This my page is not for you. If you're going to spew out hate, this ain't for you. Go away. If you're not going to wait, then bye. I'm going to block you. You're not going to be in my chat anymore. You're not going to. You're going to be blocked. Like I said, I try to steer away from that, especially with my podcast. Especially with my podcast, I ain't gonna advocate for toxic people. I'm not going to advocate for people that want to spread hate just because they're vengeful people. I ain't gonna entertain that thought. I ain't going to entertain that thought. I'm just like, what if you're gonna be toxic like that? do it do it outside of my area. Do it outside of my stream chat. Do it outside of my personal bubble. Do it outside of my friend group. Do it outside of my family. Don't do this. If you're gonna come for me, if you want to come for me, that's fine. But if you're gonna be toxic towards me, good luck. Good luck. I ain't paying attention to you. If you're going to spread toxic, mental, spiritual, toxic waste onto me, by all means, try. I'm just gonna just be like, I'm going to ignore you. I'm going to ignore you. I ain't going to entertain you, because that's what toxic people are looking for. Is entertainment out of other people's misery, and I ain't entertaining that. Like I said, I've been doing therapy for a good 2.5, 3 years now. I ain't going to entertain the thought of I ain't going to entertain the thought of entertaining toxic people. I ain't going to do that. I ain't. Yeah, I was testing out something. But anyways, now I ain't going to entertain that thought. I am not going to entertain that thought. Like I said, people want to be toxic. Don't bring it to me. Don't bring it around my friends, my family, on my stream chat. Don't bring it around my area. because you're gonna poke a tiger. You're gonna be poking a bear. You're gonna be poking a bear, and if you keep on poking, you're gonna get chomped. You're gonna get bit. And this is just a like a general thing when it comes to people. Don't agitate people just because you're miserable. Don't agitate people. You're gonna get yourself hurt. You're gonna get yourself hurt. Whether it be physically or mentally, verbally, whatever. You're gonna get yourself hurt if you're gonna agitate people. If you're going to keep on poking, expect to be hit. Expect to be hit, either physically, mentally, verbally. If you're gonna be poking people, poke, 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 poke. Hey, dude, can you stop poking me? Poke, poke, poke. Yeah, please stop poking me. Poke, poke, dude. I told you to stop poking me. Poke, smack. I told you to stop poking me. It could be like that, or it could be hey 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 hey. I'm ignoring you. I'm ignoring you. Just keep walking. Hey 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 hey. Are you going to be? Are you a child, sir? Are you a 12-year-old child? If you're a 12-year-old child, you should go to middle school. That yeah yeah. So yeah, those are examples of physical and verbal. Those are examples of physical and verbal agitation. Wow, that's a tongue twister. Agitated, 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 yeah. Yeah, anyways, that's examples of physical agitation and verbal agitation. It feels like I'm not saying it right, but I know I'm saying it right. It's weird. But yeah, physical, verbal, mental. If you're going to start something, expect for another person to respond. This world is corrupt in its own way, and I personally refuse to entertain that thought. So if you're going to be toxic towards people on social media, you don't need social media. You don't need it. You don't want it. You don't need it. Go to go get help. Talk to people. Talk to your friend. I don't know what you need to do. I don't know. I personally don't know what you need to do if you're going to be starting something. If you're going to be starting something like what Michael Jackson said. Gotta be starting something. Got to be starting something. Want to be starting something. Got to be starting something. I know that's not. I know that's not the purpose of the song, but eh. If anything, I really like Michael Jackson songs, but that's besides the point. Maybe I can talk about it next. Maybe I can talk about it tomorrow. Anyways, but yeah, don't start if you're going to start something. If you're going to start something, expect for another person to respond. Now, whether or not if they go far or not, that's on you, them, and depending on your location, the public. So yeah. Oh, that was a dog. I was wondering what that sound was. Give me one moment. Anyways, anyways, overall, the point of that is the point of what I said is social media always has its ups and downs, and of course there'll be points where, of course, there's going to be times where it's going to be And of course, there's going to be times where I'm going to be extremely annoyed about the app because innocent people are are being targeted, and then toxic people are going and they're being blind about toxic people. And overall, if you're going to be toxic towards someone, expect them to respond in a way that you're not going to like, whether it be again physically, verbally, or mentally. You get what you get. You get out. You get what you put out. You bring in what you put out. And this is not correlating to what happened, I think earlier this morning or yesterday, about a woman getting hit on the side of the face with a brick. This is not correlating to that, and I'm not going to get onto that. And I have made like around one or two videos about it, so I'm not gonna repeat all what I said onto here onto once on TikTok. So I said my piece. I'm not gonna post I'm not gonna post my TikTok handle on here either, because my TikTok is for my own entertainment purposes only. Other than that, like I said, this has nothing to do with that. I ain't talking about what happened on that day, and like that is its whole thing on its own. And that again, that's something I'm not really willing to get into. So yeah. Eh. All right. Um. Like I said, I have opened up the chat. Like I said, I have opened up the chat. If you want to, let's see. I'm just looking at this. Anyways, have a good night. Sleep tight. Don't let the bed bugs bite. Drink water. Be healthy. And I'll see you all probably tomorrow. But nonetheless, have a good night. Sleep tight. Drink water. Be safe. Be healthy. Take care of yourself and your family and your friends. Make sure you tell them that you love them. If you have good connections with them. And I'll see y'all probably tomorrow.